Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Today we are going to review USD CAD and we are going to review some technical analysis. We're going to review USD CAD technical analysis on just this naked charting pair here. As we see, let's zoom out here. If we look at the monthly time frame, you see a very bullish month for the USD CAD. That's due to the effects that oil has on the market price for the Canadian dollar. Oil, if we look here, has actually just reached its all-time low, ladies and gentlemen. The lowest it has ever been in the market in the history of the United States. All right, lowest it's ever been in the history of the United States. That's very big. That's a very big deal to the economy. If you guys are aware, we are currently experiencing an outbreak, a major outbreak, from what the numbers are appearing to be. We are experiencing somewhat to the SARS or the H1N1 flu. It's a pandemic outbreak and is having a tremendous effect on the market, which is why we see this oil price falling to its all-time low. But back to the USD CAD, we're going to go ahead and do some quick review, technical analysis. I always start on my monthly time frame. Just here looking at the monthly time frame, we can see quite a few things here. We can see a swing, or rather an all-time high. Now I am looking at the monthly time frame, so I do pretty much see all the data that I have available here to me. Now, based on this data, I am going to highlight the all-time high. I'm actually going to make this line here yellow so it stands out for you. All-time high, all-time low. That's the first thing I want to be able to easily recognize by looking at my charts. I want to first be able to see all-time high, all-time low. Now, notice how I'm all the way zoomed out, so I can't really tell if these candles are white or black. By zoomed out like this, I can just see candles, okay? Candles are also referred to as time or trading periods, okay? Now, looking at these trading periods from the zoomed out position, you can see points and where price clearly changes directions. Let's go ahead and hit those points too. So knock one here. 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 Notice how we don't have to drop one down here because we are already indicated that level with the all-time low. Drop in here. We're going to drop one here. And we're also going to drop one right in here at this peak in there. All right. Now, we can see levels. All right. We can also begin to connect a few trends here as well. And by connecting trends, what I mean is I'm just connecting high peaks. Okay. So if we drew a trend line here, as we can see, this trend line was broken here. All right. So that is predominantly the only trend that we're going to be able to see here on the monthly time frame. Of course, we can see that the price is starting to shift up. If we wanted to begin a trend line from the downside, we would do it like this, and we would actually change this color just so we know it's a different type of trend line. All right. Now we've done with the monthly time frame. We can zoom in a little bit. Now we can kind of see how those points mark up. Now let's bump down one. Now I only go down one time frame. Now I'm on the monthly or the weekly. One time frame down from the monthly. Now, based on what I'm looking at, this is the data that I'm able to see. If you want, you can grab this little arrow on the top and you can shift your bars over. All right, so now this is what I see here. Based on what I drew on the weekly and the monthly. All right, so now what I see here is a peak zone. So let's highlight this zone. All right, now if you look over here on the weekly to this area here, look at that candle formation that formed its high. Okay, this formation here is an engulfing pattern. Okay, so the bulls are very prominent in this area. Okay, notice how UCAD is also at one of the highest positions or highest prices or highest values that it's been since 2002. Okay, so that's almost 18 years. Prices back where it was at 18 years ago. You guys remember what the economy was like about 18 years ago? It wasn't the best, it wasn't the worst, but that was when Obama stepped in and began to formulate his recovery. This was right after George Bush. Okay, so now we see that the bulls are very prominent in this area. Here in the monthly, we can see that about its width. Now on the weekly, we can also see that here. Now you see we drop down. Now we can throw a couple trend lines in here. There you can see we were broken, and once we were broken, we retested here. All right. Here we had somewhat of a downtrend, but it was also broken here. Okay. We can see the uptrend was caused here. All right. So I'm going to leave that. I'm going to remove that, and I'm going to remove that. Okay. Now, if we zoom out, based on this trend here, let's take a look at it. We pull our Fibonacci and go from this swing high to this swing low. If you're not familiar with the Fibonacci, don't worry. We'll get to it in another lesson or one of the live trading sessions. You'll be able to ask me any questions you need to on this Fibonacci. Now notice how on the Fibonacci from this swing here to this low, notice how price has fully respected this Fibonacci and come back to TP4, surpassed TP3, took off on our entry and so forth. Now the next potential resistance level, if we do breach that zone that we're currently at now, is going to be up here at TP5. Now, if you look at the RSI, you can see that we are in a simple form of divergence here. We got the RSI down below, peaked out at 80.70 in the 80.70 zone. Then we have highs still pushing up this way. All right. So, based on that, we should begin to fall down to the downside. Okay, this would be what we like to call a double top. Okay, one top, 2 points of rejection. All right, and then of course we do see that that's at TP4. Now, taking the Fibonacci off and looking at this particular up move that we've just witnessed here in the past couple weeks, the past couple years actually, it would look like this. All right. And now we would see where the bears will potentially be trying attempting to take price. All right, now we see we have new entries, new potential stop losses, and down here we have targets. All right, now if we come out and we come into the daily and we look here at the targets and what they're pointing towards, we can easily see that price is actually showing us that we should definitely be in a good position for this down move here. All right, now on another note, you can also see that there are two forms of two levels of a trend in here. We have one and we have two. Here. Okay? So, with that being said, we can use our Fibonacci just to verify these two. So we'll go from here to here. We see where the Fibonacci came in, and uh, we see the Fibonacci going from here to here. All right, I'm gonna trace this with both my Fibonacci and my line drawings here. We got the one move. Notice how we have retrieved TP2. Okay. Then we came back down. Mind you, I've been trading this whole W down here. Then we come back up using the same Fibonacci now. Now I'm up. Notice how this high is lower than the last high. And then we should be coming and forming this move here. Now, watch when I remove this Fibonacci. If that is in fact the confirmed double top here at this level, then we would take our Fibonacci on the most recent swing from here. And it'll look like this. Don't ask me how I eyeballed that, but I do this. And now you see we'll be heading towards our TP6. Really, I haven't edited that one, but it's the 261.8, which is TP6 on my Fibonacci. I'm not sure about everybody else's, but mine is fully customized. So there we go, TP6. All right, there we go. All right, now, and aside from the simplicity of my strategy that I use, the top-down analysis on any currency pair, anything with a chart, you just have to be very familiar with the fundamentals. The technical analysis is pretty simple. You want to just observe a trading period to be able to predict where the next trading period is going. So as long as you have those techniques and you're able to break down the charts simply like I just did here in the past 10 minutes, it's pretty simple, and you'll definitely be able to see your growth throughout your trading results. If you have any questions about anything, of course, feel free to comment on this video or contact me directly.